I'm going to stand here to the up high, so I'm Stuart from Exeter. And so we were invited to take part in this. So in 2022 we did the public art strategy for the city, and in doing that we identified a wall, an existing mural that was kind of coming off the wall, kind of fading. You can see it's falling off the wall here. So here was a really prominent site. It's between two big cultural institutions in the kind of cultural quarter of the city. So a perfect location for something powerful, forward-thinking. So we ran an open call to local artists to submit their proposals for what could be, or what would you like to put on this wall. We had 28 artists applied, and we narrowed them down to 5. And I'll show you. So you've seen obviously the one that won, but then we have Robin Doyle, Pixie Steve did these. So these were people who were also responding to the stories. They'd all been sent the stories to work up their proposals from. So these are all kind of digital proposals that were sent in. And then Joe Webster and Donna. This one's quite fascinating. So essentially it's a map of the city with the river as a tree. Really nice. So these were all these are the shortlists. So we had a panel of people that sat down and looked at all the entrants, and these were the shortlists. And we exhibited the shortlists in a couple of places, in the back of Debenhams and right here in the library as well, with big QR codes enabling people to engage quite simply and vote. And over 1,500 people did vote, which was great, which is a really good turnout for arts in the city, I would say. However, the wall had other plans. So in trying to kind of prepare the surface of the wall, we found that a coating had been put on top of the old mural, which in part is why it had been failing. So it's an anti-graffiti coating which you can't paint over and you can't remove in any way. But water had got behind it, which is why it was flaking off the wall. And so this is the result of 2 people, a professional pressure washer trying to wash this off, and other people with scrapers, etc., physically trying to remove the mural from the wall. This took a couple of months to get this far. It was quite disheartening and an interesting development for something that had a lot of momentum and a lot of positivity behind it. So thankfully, we were able to work with the planning department of the City Council and the owners of the wall, and we ended up putting a metal mesh onto the wall, physical mesh on the wall, and then rendering a new wall on top of it. And this little bit at the corner at the end here is because they were planning to knock this wall down, this end of the wall down. They're remodelling it, so we had to leave this bit bare and the grey bits where we're working. So Lawrence Gregory, wonderful plasterer from Taunton, came down, impeccable job. It took him 3 days to sort the wall out, and extremely grateful to him. And then of course Big Chris was the guy that came and did the base coat. So in that kind of, it takes a village to raise a child, it also takes a big community of people just to pull a mural together, not just the glamorous artist at the end. So then Garth was able to start, and he began in darkness. So he was using a projector. You can just about see here, he's in the car park, the white wall's there, and he's starting to sketch out the mural. Once the outline started to be filled in, positivity started to come to the area, and we were really glad that no one had done any graffiti on the wall at all. They'd left it as this white wall for a couple of weeks. But note the left side, so this is the bit where we're going to be getting the walls due to be knocked down, and Garth started putting the picture there, which was hilarious when I saw it. So we had a chat with that. We restarted the edge of the mural again, moving it all across to here. You can see it's, it could have been a funny one. But everybody was very good humoured about it, which is great. And then, so finally we reached the point now. So Garth has finished the mural. It's got what's called sacrificial anti-graffiti coating. So it means if somebody graffitis on it, you can use warm water to wash off the graffiti, and it washes off the sacrificial coating as well. And then you just reapply it. It's like a breathable wax. And so in the future, if there is anything that needs to happen to that wall, it can easily happen. They're not going to have to build another wall in front of it, which is kind of where we've got to. And thankfully we have a plaque here commemorating the mural and the people involved in it. And I would say, it's taken over a year. It's been quite a thing to do. So I've been really glad to support the Green Futures team and from Knowledge Foundation have been very patient with us. You know, it's obviously got to commission something, you've got it to be happening. And the owners wall as well, so it's been an unexpected turn of events for them. But I think they're quite grateful that we've done this work on quite a prominent piece of the city. So I kind of wrap up by saying that every time I've visited this wall, on all of the different iterations of it, there have always been positive conversations, people who are coming along. So there have been people saying, oh, I liked the old mural. But then once you start talking to them about what's in the new mural, they're already on board. You know, the city is well represented in this mural. You can identify places, and it is very positive in its future-facing approach. So, yes, thanks everybody. It's been great fun, and I'm really glad that we are there. Shall I just trigger Gary's?
Yeah, that'd be lovely.